Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to tackle one of the most common tech frustrations out there, a slow, sluggish streaming device. I'm talking, of course, about the Amazon Firestick. We're going to go from frustrated viewer to Firestick power user and unlock all that speed and performance that's just hiding inside your device.
So let's start with a scene that I bet is pretty familiar. You've settled in for the night, you're ready to binge your favorite show. But your Firestick, it's got other plans. The menus are lagging, apps take forever to load, and that dreaded buffering circle, it becomes the main character of your evening. It's an incredibly common problem, and a lot of us just blame our internet. But you know what? A lot of the time, the real culprit is the device itself.
And this slide, this just hits home, right? It shows that huge gap between what's promised and what so many of us actually get. We expect this seamless, high-def gateway to a whole universe of content. But the reality? Well, it can feel like a constant battle with buffering, laggy navigation, and apps that just decide to give up and crash for no reason. It's not just you, it's a real issue. The good news is we can absolutely fix it. Okay, so let's dive right in with some basic first aid. These are simple, super high-impact fixes that can give you an immediate performance boost. Think of them as the quick wins that'll get your device back on track in just a couple of minutes.
Before you do anything else, try these two things. First, a simple restart. Yeah, you can do it in the settings menu or just do a hard reboot. Unplug the power cord, wait about 30 seconds, and plug it back in. This clears out all those temporary glitches and memory clogs. Second, make sure your software is up to date. Amazon is constantly pushing out updates with bug fixes and performance tweaks. You want those.
Now this number, this is the root of the problem for so many of us, 8 gigabytes. That's the total internal storage on most Firestick models. And in today's world of massive apps and data, it's not a lot. It fills up incredibly fast, which leads directly to a slower device.
And one of the biggest culprits filling up that limited space is the app cache. Every single app you use, Netflix, YouTube, all of them, stores these little temporary files to help it load faster next time. Now that sounds good in theory, but this cache can build up into hundreds of megabytes of just digital junk, eating up your precious storage and memory. And the irony is, it ends up slowing the whole system down. So, let's clean this out. This is one of the most effective things you can do, for real. Just navigate over to Settings, then into Applications, and find Manage Installed Applications. From there, you can go into each app one by one. You will be shocked at how much cache some of them are holding onto. Just click Clear Cache, and boom, you've immediately freed up space, and you'll probably see a performance boost right away. Okay, we've cleared out the clutter. That's step one. Now, let's get proactive. Instead of just cleaning up after the fact, we're going to dive deeper into the settings to make some changes that stop these performance drains right at the source. These are the tweaks most people never even touch, but trust me, they can make a world of difference.
So what a lot of people don't realize is that your Firestick is doing a ton of stuff in the background that has nothing to do with streaming your show. It's monitoring your data, collecting app usage stats, getting targeted ads ready, and autoplaying videos on the home screen. Every single one of those features uses up system resources. By going into your preferences and privacy settings, you can just turn all of them off. That frees up your device's brain power to focus on its main job, streaming smoothly.
All right, so we've cleaned up your Firestick, we've optimized its settings. It should be running way faster now. So let's shift gears from just fixing problems to actually enhancing what your device can do. This is where you go from a standard user to a real power user.
And that brings us to one of the Firestick's absolute best-kept secrets, sideloading. Because the Firestick runs on a version of Android, you are not limited to the apps in Amazon's App Store. Sideloading lets you install a massive variety of third-party apps, unlocking a whole new universe of tools, media players, and streaming options. It's a game changer.
To get started, you'll need this essential tool called Downloader. It's the key that unlocks the door. From there, popular choices include these amazing media centers like Kodi and Streamio, which can organize all your content in one beautiful place. Or apps like Cinema HD. These can just dramatically expand what your little streaming stick is capable of.
Now, as you start exploring all these new apps, privacy becomes way more important. Without a VPN, that's a virtual private network, your internet provider can see everything you do online. They can track your habits, and sometimes they even throttle or slow down your connection if they see you're using a lot of data for streaming. A VPN just encrypts your connection, making your activity totally private and helping you avoid that potential throttling.
And finally, don't forget one of the most powerful tools you already have, your voice.
Instead of clicking through all those menus, you can just tell Alexa what to do. Saying open Netflix, rewind 30 seconds, or find action movies is so much faster than hunting and pecking with the remote. Mastering just a few of these simple commands makes the whole experience quicker and a lot more fluid.
So, let's bring it all together. Over just the last few minutes, you've learned how to take your Fire Stick from a source of constant frustration to a device that's truly under your command.
I mean, think about it. You've learned the essential first aid of restarting and updating. You've tackled those storage limits by clearing out the junk cache. You've dug into the settings to shut down all those background processes. And you've even explored power user tools like sideloading and voice commands. You've officially transformed your device.
The main thing to remember is this. That little black stick plugged into your TV is so much more powerful than you thought. You are no longer at the mercy of buffering and lag. You are in control. So the question now is, with a faster, more capable, and more private device at your fingertips, what are you going to explore next?